Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know that.
Lost his life
meanwhile.
They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 light.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Aulitz surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
We have to take care of young Sir Christopher and hope his father comes back soon.
Yes. The best thing we can do is get doing our work.
What if the old lord doesn't come back?
I'd like to learn...
Not now.
I'd like to...
Are you mad?
Far away from Gutenberg. So what? Any one of us could have come.
End up on the gallows in 2 shakes.
So, you think over.
Sir Vaculin, you've had an exciting life. Tell me some stories.
Bien sûr. Your interest is gratifying and quite understandable.
Where does the name Brabant come from?
That is simple. My compatriots call me that because I am originally from Brabant province. And the name stuck. One day, I shall tell you about my place of birth, but I am sure you will long to hear about the conquest of Arezzo, yes? Or would you rather hear how I saved the King of France from certain death?
Arezzo sounds interesting.
And so it was. That is where I earned my knighthood from the great Enguerrand de Concy himself, the commander of our Naples campaign. Enguerrand arranged his forces for battle, and I was put in charge of one of the cavalry units. Out of nowhere, the enemy appeared on our unprotected flank, and Enguerrand set me to hold them back so our main force could regroup. But I saw a gap in the enemy's main phalanx. I sounded the charge and sped forwards.
Wasn't that rather risky?
Un chevalier français, fears nothing.
I reckon King Sigismund would think otherwise after Constantinople.
That was completely different. Alors, I caught them by surprise. I hacked my way to their standard and broke through all the way to the enemy's reservoirs. My attack sowed confusions in the enemy's ranks that encouraged the overlords who raced to join me, scattering everything in their path. And that is how we won the famous victory at Arezzo. Seeing that the force that was supposed to protect them had been routed. The city then surrendered to us. No doubt you had no inkling at Maleshov what a knight you had the honor to meet. And of course my feats on the field of battle do not end there.
A bold maneuver.
Quite right. Courage is my middle name. Just as Monsieur Chapon says, Audantes fortuna juva. That day I was the bravest of them all and won the day.
So you disobeyed your commander and left your flank exposed? Your attack could have ended in a total fiasco. You were lucky the others came to your assistance and your entire force didn't collapse.
I hear envy speaking, but you are still way behind the ears. So, I can forgive you. In short, I saw an opportunity and took it. Moments like that can decide entire wars.
What did your commander have to say?
He made me a knight and sent me to the royal court to inform the sovereign of our triumph.
I reckon he wanted to get you out of his hair.
Do not talk nonsense.
What other feats have...
Oh, many, mon ami. For one, it would take a week to recount them all, so... I will just... On the Italian field, we faced John Hawkwood, a ruthless Englishman, and a fierce surrounded, we were at his mercy. Night fell, and we knew he would attack at dawn, and that would be it. But just then, Providence put an idea in my mind.
Well, don't keep me on tenterhooks. Go on.
Unobserved, I mounted my horse and set off to find help. And, La Dame Chance was exceedingly kind to me that day. As I rode away, by chance, I stepped it off of our horses. Thinking we were trying to break through, Les Anglais went to head them off. But while the English were occupied with my Marseille, our units managed to flee. I saved many men from certain death that night, and many lords from the disgrace of capture. Needless to say, I was generously rewarded for my valor.
That is indeed incredible. But you were just trying to flee, weren't you?
I wanted to bring reinforcements, but as I say, I merely follow Providence, and she guides my steps, from triumph to triumph, wherever I go. Stick close to me, Henri, on the Providence.
How did you save the King of France?
With Providence as my guide, mon ami. I came to the court from the field because, and remember this, the bearer of good news is always but the king was in a bad mood and did not wish to be. Maybe I thought the news of our victory will dispel his ill humor.
How could you tell him if he didn't want to be disturbed?
Ha! I climbed up to his balcony and into his chambers to surprise him with the joyful tidings. And lo and behold, the king was writhing and gasping on the floor, overcome by one of his fits. Wasting not a moment, I dashed over to him and unblocked his throat. In return, the king bestowed on me the title of a chanson, or cupbearer, and other generous gifts. And I then spent a while in his service at court. Unfortunately, though, even the king's favor does not last forever, and
What happened at court that led to you being out?
well, perhaps I shall tell you some other time. Would you not rather hear?
Tell me what happened at court that caused you to lose.
Ah, a major setback and a gross injustice, mon ami. It is an unhappy memory, because it was the first time that La Dame Chance abandoned me.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. We can all learn from...
Oui. I suffered a combination of misfortunes all at once. But bad luck in business and on a hunt were the worst of all.
Luckery and Cargouche.
En aucun cas. Jacques Le Gris and Jean de Carouge. These two great knights were in a legal dispute over an estate. But above all, when de Carouge was on a campaign, Le Gris fornicated with his wife. She claimed that he had raped her, while he said he had seduced him. And because everyone swore to their own truth on the Bible, the matter had to be settled by combat. First, they jousted. Then they fought on foot with sword and axe. Le Gris thought victory was in his grasp, but de Carouge suddenly pounced on him, wrested him to the ground, and beat him so terribly that he knocked off his helmet and cuirass. Even so, Le Gris refused to admit his guilt, and de Carouge drove a dagger through his neck. And if you promise not to tell, I will let you into a secret about that dagger.
Tell me the secret. I promise I'll keep it to myself.
Bien. As I say, de Carouge killed Le Gris with a dagger. And I found a blessed blade, an instrument of divine justice. The dagger that... So, I had several that is how I first came into wealth. And I used the coin to buy the horse.
Ah!
You still have a lot to learn, mon ami. But it was what half of France came to watch, including the king himself, who then banned trial by combat in France forever. I later told the story to anyone who was interested. One of my listeners, I could have written it myself, of course, but I am happy to help other...
You were in business?
Of course. My birthplace gave me an unrivaled nose for coin and the reputation of a financial expert. I was nicknamed the Seer of Louvain. That is, until I persuaded an important nobleman to invest, a large all the ships he bought sank in a tempest. He had to sell off... Of course, he wrongly blamed me for everything and turned many influential courtiers against me. But my advice was sound. He was simply punished by God for fornicating with every wench from the Pyrenees to Brittany, bragging about it and thus bringing shame on his gentle wife. I told him as much, but some people never admit their mistakes.
A sea voyage from France to Africa?
A risk, perhaps. But think of... A man must think big if he wants to...
Big ideas often lead... Storms, pirates, sea monsters, uncharted waters. You should have tried the Baltic trade route.
You are right. That would have been safer. But that is under Hanseatic control and there is too much competition. Africa, mon ami, that is the land of opportunity. The Arabs sell to the Portuguese via Ceuta and they sell on to us. Just imagine selling further and trading directly with African kings, cutting out all of those middlemen. Remember this, because one day I will be proven right.
What was the hunting incident?
We were out in the royal... There had long been rumors about it, so imagine the prestige. I set off after it, pierced its flank with arrow. When I arrived, it turned out I fell out of her favor, and all the doors became...
Christ almighty!
I did not! It was the hounds! The stag must have got away, and in their frenzy they...
That's nonsense.
Oh.
Hunting dogs are trained to go after game. They'd never attack a horse, especially hounds from the royal kennels. You must have made the mistake and set them on the horse.
Well, normally that would be true, of course, but the hounds I was given had some kind of sickness that addled their wits. I do not remember. No doubt they gave me those A misfortune like that, which could indeed happen to anyone, would make lesser, but the other lords were afraid I would outshine them, so they were waiting for a chance to get rid of...
Tell me about Brabant.
Quite far. From Bohemia, you would go to Bunburg and then follow the river Main until it joins the Rhone. Then you sail down the Rhone until it reaches the sea. And there, between the river and La Flandre, you will find Brabant, with its wealthy cities. Anvers, Bruxelles, Louvain, and many others. But those three cities are the equal of Paris, Rome, or your Prague. Both the Dukes of Burgundy and the Imperial Princes would like to annex our land to theirs, because its flourishing trade has made it rich. But like everywhere else, you can only come into wealth by birth or by enterprise, which is how I did it.
How did you end up here?
Leaving the court with a modest sum, I launched to visit faraway lands. I traveled a lot, spending time in various countries, and when I learned that l'Empereur Charles, that great friend of France, had built the magnificent city of Prague in Bohème, I had to see it.
So people in foreign countries speak highly of Prague?
Bien sûr. It was abroad that I heard of King Wenceslas' silver city and its reputed vast wealth. I bought the abandoned Miskowitz estates and shares in the Kuttenberg mines. And for a time I settled here to provide for myself and wait for King Wenceslas, but even here fate did not let me be. When Sigismund brought his army to the city, I appointed myself to lead its defense. For how better to make King Wenceslas aware of me than by saving his beloved city? Victory was assured, but the burghers had other ideas. The city wasn't that overstripped of my possessions. I languished in captivity. Until fate again stepped in by sending you.
Sir Vaclin, I'm surprised how well...
Where do you think? Here, of course. Ce n'était même pas difficile. Perhaps I have already mentioned that I am guided by Providence? She endowed me with many talents. I can communicate almost everywhere in the world. And learn. I now speak French, German, Italian, Latin, Hungarian, and Czech. Some English, though. That is only a necessary evil.
Thanks for sharing your stories. What do you think of our band of outcasts?
Well, I cannot say I expected to end up in this kind of company. I am more used to royal courts or at least wealthy burghers. But a man must accept his destiny.
What do you think of Zizka?
Le Chevalier Jan? Well, he's not doing badly for a minor nobleman, but I think he will never be accepted among the higher nobles and knights. That takes a lot more. Mark my words. I am a good judge of people.
I can't get Catherine out of my head. I'm sure you have more experience of love than me. What do you make of her? Why is she with us?
Ah, you're right. I am a connoisseur of love like I am. But for my tastes, Mademoiselle Catherine is of somewhat aged vintage. Though, I have to admit she's full-bodied and fragrant.
That's not really what I meant.
Là est la question. I had the feeling something...
So do I.
I have no idea. But she's fond of you, if you ask me. Try asking her.
Oh, come on.
I am a good judge of people.
What do you think of Sir Hynek?
Ah, le diable sec. A capable chevalier. But I do not trust him. There is treachery.
You think so?
My instinct rare...
How do you get on with Janosch and Adder?
Oh, those two. Once in Kuttenberg, I also had a servant who pretended not to understand me and thought I did not understand him when he spoke German in my presence. But he was wrong. He is no longer my servant.
How do you get on with Sir Hans?
Oh, young Lord Chapon may be inexperienced and hot-headed at times, but he's the one of the few here who knows how to play. Needless to say, he has not managed to beat him. Godwin and Jiska can also play. And that devil in press clothing beat me. Merde.
Have you met Godwin?
The priest who is very skilled with a sword. Priests should not be such good swordsmen. That is what knight. In addition, he can play chess just as well as, and in drinking wine, he beats even the best Frenchman. A man of talents. Or perhaps
What do you think of Kubienka?
a good warrior. But he has no morals and no manners, like all mercenaries.
Well, I don't think...
And that is just the problem. How can you trust...
About this Tell me, how did the siege of Kuttenberg go?
Ah, mon ami, poorly, poorly. But what could I do? Stand down from leading the defense like a coward? After all, I had to live up to my reputation. And at the time, it did not look hopeless at all. I thought it would be enough to stall Sigismund for a while before the Allied army arrived. And that would not have been so difficult.
Only no army arrived.
Précisément. The hope for a swift end melted away, and the courage of the burghers along with it. I, who fought in 5 countries, was relieved of command, arrested, and handed over to Sigismund.
What other countries have you fought in?
In Italy, against the English, here of course. And I will tell you about... In the meantime, however, I can pass on some of my experience to you. After all,
I'd like to...
Unfortunately, I cannot right now.
I'd like to...
Unfortunately...
But he'll live, right?
Don't say that. All right. But if you got yourself killed, you wouldn't have helped him. Preaching again. Aren't you... a priest? That's true. We need to get you into safety. You're the Lord of Rabosh now. The Lord of Ruins. I'll leave it out. At least you survived. Do you think you can make it to Sukdo? I... hope so. All right. And Peter of Pisek is our ally. He'll surely let you stay there, at least until you get back on your feet.
But he'll live, right?
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. That makes 2 of us.
Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What's a Gezera?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well. We should get going right away.
I'll be back soon.
Hurry up.
He was covered in blood, but most probably wasn't killed. If a horse fell on me, I would get up again. We will bear the out.
He's not a little boy anymore.
Maybe he survived.
We can only hope.
We can go.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course, I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
But do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then. Let's go.
Peresh, can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't you worry. These are some sturdy hands. I promise we will save you, Ma. No one will touch a single hair on her beautiful head.
What the hell are you babbling about?
What? Oh, I'm imagining she's pretty. It makes me more willing to put my neck on the line for her.
Stop with the nonsense already. All of you, I beg you.
Jesus. I was just trying to lighten the mood. We might all kick the bucket in a short while.
Damn it, Kubyanka, shut the hell up! Seriously.
I didn't say all that much. Anyway, can't you make the horses go a little faster, Grandpa? If this carries on, somebody's going to start sobbing.
Samuel, what was the story with your mother and Martin?
Do you really want to talk about this right now?
Well, it may be the last chance we get. We could both be dead in a while.
All right. But like I said, I never actually knew Martin. He once came to Kuttenberg and fell in love with my mother. But she is the daughter of a rabbi. Obviously, she could not marry a goy.
And tonight, you will see why.
If you want, Mummy will surely tell you more. If we can get there in time. What was he like? I mean, Martin.
He was a good man.
Seriously, whip those fucking horses.
All right. Schnell, schnell.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sheol.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough.
Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
I would be happy.
Killed our savior.
What did you just say?
Nothing, I'm just blabbering.
I dare you to say that again. Loud and clear.
You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up a little, kurva. My arse is getting numb.
We should split up here. Me and the rabbi will go this way to the shul. We have to take the Torah and warn everyone.
What about us?
You keep going straight ahead and then to the left. You'll get right to the King Solomon Tavern. Gather up all the secret documents and wait for us.
Shouldn't someone come with you, just in case? How about Kubyenka here? Henry and I can handle it.
Well, if you insist.
Was that all the contempt you could muster up?
Well, good luck. We'll see you up there.
This way, Henry. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
Do you think we're going to make it in time? To find the papers? Save the people?
I pray we can, Henry. There's nothing more I can do. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now?
Are you afraid?
Me? Do you have any idea how many times I've had to run from a burning town or deal with a hired assassin?
Yeah. More than once, I reckon.
A lot more, I can tell you. But I admit, I was afraid every single time. Damn it.
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this. Somebody else must have got in.
I think there's someone walking up there.
Go and check it out. If they took anything down here, they mustn't get out alive. I'll gather up my things in the meantime. I'll meet you outside the tavern.
What do you expect me to do? Go up to him and tell him I'm leaving?
Aye, that ain't a good idea. I knew a bloke who tried that.
And what happened to him?
I don't know, actually. I saw him go to Eric's tent to give him a piece of his mind, but never saw him come out.
Search the whole place, they say. Bring any important-looking documents. How the fuck should I know what an important document looks like? I ain't never seen none.
This don't look like no spy's lair.
Do it! You won't get me!
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right.
Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern, too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them. What about your mother? Is she all right?
She is, thank God. I told her to get ready, and we would come for her right away.
I'm really sorry about your friends. We got here too late.
There was nothing you could do. Benavis Amardes. This Eric is really pissing me off. I've never laid eyes on him, yet I cannot wait to wring his neck.
Well, there'll be plenty of time for that later. We have to go now.
I'm sure Mama is waiting for us. We have to take her to the shul.
You go ahead. I'll lock the tavern and block the secret passageway so no one else can get in.
But sir, if any more of them come here,
I can take care of myself. Now go. God be with you.
Is that you?
They climbed over the wall. One of them must have hit me.
Get up. We have to get to the shul fast. Can you walk?
I can't.
Don't worry. I'll help you. Henry, go and get Mommy.
She will be in that house on the left. Bring her here.
Oh, Himmel! What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott! What happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded. Let's go now. We're out of time.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
My name is Henry. I'm, Do you remember Martin, the blacksmith?
Of course I do.
I'm his... son.
Was sagst du?
Sam told me that...
Watch out! More are coming! Run to the back, it might be safer there!
What's going on?
Sam, are you all right?
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe. Now run!
We have to get to the synagogue. But how?
Through the backyards! Follow me! Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them! Baruch Hashem, they're gone. We have to keep going. Through the yards! That is Juden left. Can you help them?
Come to me! Someone! I'm like a sheep!
We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go this way. Through the house.
Slice him up!
To a bloody halt!
Not enough? At him!
My
He's
bones!
got no chance alone! Keine Gnade! The place is clear now. Come inside. Mummy! Are you all right?
What about you, mein Kind?
I'm still alive. We can talk later. Now, we have to go.
Come on!
What the hell?
What is it, fuckers? Rather slaughter women and the defenseless? Let's go! What's going on up there?
Go inside. Quick. To the fucking task.
I've never been so glad to see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No, I just don't want to die here alone.
There they are!
Well, now we're really fucked.
Mustn't get inside. We have to hold them back.
For how long, though?
As long as we need to.
Ranzig's bastard is mine!
Show what you're made of. Or you'll be sorry. You're mummy. I don't recognize you now. Die, Mumsel! Now you're finished. Around and making me dizzy. Don't get me. Show what you made of. Good. Show your stuff.
Jesus! I'm hit! Hey, get him!
It's a wonder you're still taking my head.
Keeping
Don't spare him. God will forgive you. Christ! Defense Christ!
You're peachy!
You're mine. Fight us all. It's a wonder you're still standing. Fuck man! God will forgive you. And more greasy to the devil!
Not him! I want him alive!
Show what you're made of. Watch out! He's trying tricks! Fucking bastard! Come on then! Fucking horse! Just kill him! This one's mine.
Not him! I want him alive!
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Right. You won't be able to take another one like that! Fuck around, damn it!
You get me through!
I'll crucify you! Show your You won't get me!
It's a wonder you're still standing.
Send my creatures to the devil!
Do your worst. No chance.
Help me! He'll kill me!
Come on, guys!
Right up! Crucify you! Devil! I'm bleeding!
I'm going to finish!
Help me! He wounded me badly!
No! Get her!
Come on! Everyone's inside! Henry, come on! Let's go!
Got more in me.
Let's go. It's this way.
Damn. That was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel. Mother and talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance.
Surely we cannot just leave them here like this. There's nothing we can do.
Seinu Harabim. Anders wollten wir nicht von dem Stott antrinnen.
Efsher ober noch. If it was not for you, we would not have made it.
We survived. For a while there, I thought we were gonna die.
Many have died, indeed. It is a hard trial to go through. So many lives lost, the shul in flames.
I'm so sorry. There was nothing more we could do.
You are right. It was too late. How happy I would be if we could get everyone out. But what is done is done.
What will you do now?
Now we must find help in some other community of believers. We will try our luck in Colin. Many of us have relatives there.
Do you think you'll be pursued?
Well, the mercenaries might follow us, but hopefully it will not come to that. Chas v'sholem. We will split up into smaller groups, so we don't attract much attention until we get farther away from the town. Besides, who would chase us when we have nothing? We left everything behind in the town.
So the agreement with the lords in Rabors no longer stands, eh?
What makes you think that? Do you know?
No, I do. But you've lost everything. I don't think you'll be able to contribute to our army anymore.
It is true that the Kuttenberg Kehile cannot pay for the army now, but others might, Be'ezras Hashem. Especially when they get word of what happened here.
God be with you, Rabbi.
Sei gesinnt, and please, watch over Samuel.
Are you all right? I almost didn't make it to you.
We are all right, Be'ezras Hashem, but I was sure they were going to kill us.
Thank you for helping us, for Pekayech Nefesh. Unfortunately, that is all we can give you. Just our thanks.
That's all right. Good luck.
To you too, young man. What is your name, anyway?
Henry of Skalitz.
Henry, if you are ever in Colin and you need something, we will be sure to help you.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. Have a safe journey. And God be with you.
Yehi rotzen milfonecha Adonai Eloheinu. Velohei avoseinu shetolichenu lesholem.
Sei gesund.
Don't worry. Even if that happens, we'll be able to pull it away. Look at them. Yes.
Thank you, boy. I still hear it. The screaming.
Thank you, boy.
What will happen?
Look at it. All ablaze. Take them with us. Not stealing the horses. He's buying them.
I'm fine, lad. I thank you for everything.
Is there anything else
Mein Gott, boy. Have you not helped us enough already? Now we have to manage on our own.
I know this might not be the best time, but... do you think we could talk about Martin?
Right now? Well... all right then. How is Martin, actually?
He died. It's only been a few months.
Oh...
Sigismund burned down my village. Pa went to help Ma and... well... they both died there.
I am sorry to hear that, lad. But that is the Martin I knew. He always put others first. At least you survived. That would make Martin happy.
I'm sorry I don't have better news to give you.
Do not worry about it. I am just sad he died before he could meet some well.
Is everything all right?
Yes. Do not worry. We were just talking about Martin.
How did you meet Martin, if I may ask?
It was such a long time ago. He wanted to open a blacksmith shop in town, but there was no place among your people, so he tried his luck in our quarter.
And that's where he met you?
The rabbi gathered the good men so they could decide whether we wanted to have a goy blacksmith. And Martin wouldn't stop looking at me all night. Then it went schlag auf schlag.
So what happened that made Martin leave you?
My Martin would never leave me. My father found out we were seeing each other and did his best to drive him away. To marry a goy is isur deoraisa. Forbidden. But Martin would not give in, and we kept seeing each other. Until one day, I was ubore.
That means pregnant?
Yes. My father knew that if word got out, he would not be able to avoid the shame. So he did not miss a beat and took me out of town in secret. I did not even have time to tell Martin the news. I was gone for almost 4 years. In the meantime, my father told everyone that he had married me off. But my husband died. And he only let me come back when he was sure people had accepted it.
Did Martin not go looking for you when you suddenly disappeared?
People said he did go looking for me, even as far as Kolin. But he did not find out anything at all.
If only he had gone all the way to Prague.
Even if he went to the very edge of the world, it would not have been enough. Father would have hidden me somewhere else.
And what about you? Did you ever find another man after that?
No. My father called me a widow. So I stayed a widow.
And he didn't try to find anyone else for you?
You know he did, but it never worked out. I made sure of that.
And did you ever go looking for Martin?
I asked around, but no one remembered anything. Or they chose not to. That was probably my father's doing too. And I could not just leave and go looking for him around the world. I had to take care of someone. That was the most important thing.
All right. That's about it.
Before you go, tell me, what was Martin like as a father?
Well, he was strict with me, but not too much. Especially in the forge, he worked me hard. I dream about him quite often. About that last day and what he said to me while we were forging a sword together. He said a life of adventure can be over before it begins. And that blacksmithing might be a dull job, but I keep my head on my neck.
He was absolutely right.
Well, look at me now.
You saved all our lives. Martin would be proud of you. He raised you well.
I'm sorry to keep you this long, but... well, I never thought I'd have a brother, even if not related by blood.
Well, I did not expect that either. And thank you, my almost brother. If it was not for you, I do not know how today would have ended. What are your plans now?
I'll go back to the Devil's Den. To Zizka and the others. We need to figure out what to do next.
I will see you there then. But first, I have to escort everyone to Colin. I do not want anything to happen to them on the way.
Everything should be all right now.
Take care of yourself, dear brother. I will see you this time tomorrow at the Devil's Den.
Have a safe journey.
Sei gesund.
Oh, fuck! Oh.
Over here, friend. Come and talk to me.
What is it you want?
You must be Henry.
Yes, I am.
I've got a message from Master Chenyak for you. Go and see him in the Ole as soon as you can.
What does he want?
Well, I don't know. I was just told to find you and give you the message.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Slowly. Nice and slow. Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Whoa!
May God give you health, sir.
God bless.
I'm here. I'm sure you have another job for me.
I do, but not just any job. Dies Irae is upon us. We'll finally hit Sigismund where it hurts the most. We'll cut off the flow of silver into his purse.
It sounds like you want to shut down his mines.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, what we're planning. And you'll be the most important figure on the board.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver is the reason why Sigismund laid siege to the city. If we take that reason away from him, he'll have no choice but to leave.
If you put it simply like that, I reckon you're right.
Can I count on you?
Aren't you afraid of the gallows?
What's one human life compared to the importance of saving the entire kingdom? Someone would have to rat us out. And I don't think any one of us would do such a thing.
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science and some good old hellfire.
Could you be a little less cryptic?
We're going to blow the place sky high.
Why me of all people?
You're reliable, Henry. You've proven yourself. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a mine already. It won't be anything new to you.
How do you know I've been down in the mines?
You can find brothers and sisters of the guild even in places where you'd least expect them. Like in a mine.
Why don't you send one of them then?
They're simple miners. You've been in the war. You can work independently and you're reliable.
I still don't exactly know what it is you want me to do.
Do you know what black powder is?
I've had the pleasure. A lot of smell, smoke and noise.
1 barrel should be more than enough for our purposes.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the adits, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hands on the powder and bring it to the mine.
You can count on me. Do you know where I could start?
I know exactly where. Ask the gun forger, Eldris. He's one of the Kuttenberg councillors, and one of Sigismund's men. If there's anyone that knows where to get black powder, it'd be him. Wouldn't it be the irony of fate that the one behind Sigismund's fall will be one of his allies?
Getting the information out of him won't be easy. But we'll see.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed. We're trying to overthrow a tyrant, but not stain ourselves with mortal sin.
Well, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs. I can't guarantee there won't be some bloodshed.
Henry, you know we're not like that. Please try to avoid it. As soon as you have the barrel, head straight to the mine. Goliath and Hogg will be waiting for you at the camp near the entrance. Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Hopefully they'll make your search a bit easier. Farewell.
Excuse me.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Come here. I need to talk to you.
Well, I reckon you've got a better offer for me again.
You're damn right. And not just any offer. So keep your voice down, in case anyone's listening.
Tell me, then.
You've been here for some time now, so I'm sure you've noticed Shenyek is... well... you know.
I don't know. Continue.
Shenyek is a weakling, and too careful for his own good. Always babbling about his ideals, telling our fellas they can't do this and that's not appropriate.
I couldn't agree more.
You see, friend? We can all agree on that. We're better off without him, don't you think? Unless we start bringing in a lot more money, we'll all starve to death anyway. Shenyek is dragging us down.
What are you trying to say?
Psst. I'm trying to say that, in theory, if Shenyek wasn't around, we'd all be better off.
What's in it for me?
A lot of groschen, and your share of the sales. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Forget about it. The only one bringing the...
Easy now, friend. Oh, let's just go our separate ways and forget this ever happened.
You better not fuck with me, Knuckles.
Take care.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow. Whoa, whoa.
At your service.
Was darf's heute Morgen sein?
Greetings, Eldris. Sure you remember me?
Ah, you're the waiter from the court. Was würden Sie brauchen?
A barrel of black powder.
My. Might I know wofür you need it?
I'm here on behalf of the great King Sigismund of Luxembourg himself.
Good. Do you have a letter of assignment?
Of course I do. Stop wasting my time. You wouldn't want to keep Sigismund waiting, would you?
Nicht das, no. I would be happy to oblige the king if I could, but even my supply is not infinite. Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder at the moment. I was robbed recently. Can you believe it? Scheissdreck.
Isn't there anyone else who makes black powder?
Definitely not here in the city. Es gäbe dann einen Weg, but you cannot tell anyone I told you.
Go on then. My lips are sealed.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Ist ein glitschige Schlange, aber that is of no importance to you. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohonovitz towards the military encampment with a powder in tow. If he were to lose it, he would be in großen Schwierigkeiten.
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me.
You can count on me. Thanks for the help. Slowly. Nice and slow. Whoa!
Good day to you. What would you like?
Where are the root hearts?
No idea. They haven't been here for quite some time.
Thanks. I suppose.
It's good to see you, my friend.
Damn it.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Good people, refrain from sin. Satan is going around our city.
Whoa!
In our sword fighting, brother.
Whoa! Whoa!
Handle a sword properly and build up your body.
Gepriesen sei der... What do you need? Tschüss, mein Freund.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Hey, are you the devil himself?
Greetings.
Good day, good day.
Oh,
Slow down, you idiots!
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Quick! God! God! Go! Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
Greetings. How can I help?
What do you think about that mission of ours in the silver mine?
Eh?
The job we're supposed to do. Collapsing the mine.
Well, I don't think anything about it. Chenyek's the one that does our thinking. I just do what he tells me to.
Aren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? We've got Goliath.
I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Hrudosh, but they call me Hog. Rat and I are the main workforce around here.
What does that mean?
We do what Chenyek and Goliath say. Farewell, sir.
God! Go! 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 Quick! Keep it up.
Die!
Ka! Whoa, whoa.
Curva, how did you find it? It doesn't matter. You're not leaving this place alive. bitch!
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Go!
You know what they say about hindsight? Now we just need to figure out what to do about it.
So you're in a bit of a pickle, eh?
These damned horses, they got spooked in the forest, and this is how it ended up.
You wouldn't happen to be a certain Whisker, would you?
What? Why? Who's asking?
That doesn't matter. What I'm interested in is your cargo. One whole barrel, to be exact.
My God. How did you know about that? Speak up or I'll call for help.
They heard you were having trouble back at camp. So they sent me here to get that barrel before everyone in the region hears about it.
Huh. I had no idea they had such good spies at the camp. All right, Ben, here's the key. Take one of the barrels from the chest in the wagon. Apologize for me back at the camp. I'll come as soon as we get this fixed.
I told you we shouldn't have gone this way. And which way should we have gone, eh? Through a puddle? Yeah, right. I don't know.
Quick! 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 Quick!
Ja!
Ka! Quick!
Ja!
Whoa!
For fuck's sake. I mean, in hell.
Oh, Satan! For Christ's sake!
Your mouth.
What do you think about our job in the mine?
I've never been more excited, my friend. It'll be a bang, the likes of which the world has never seen. And finally, something that'll hit that ginger fucker right where it hurts.
Don't you think it's too dangerous?
What isn't dangerous these days? Don't worry, we can handle it.
I'm here. I've got to say, that barrel sure gets heavy.
Great work. We're all ready and waiting for you.
I came as fast as I could. Getting your hands on something like this isn't easy. They guard it closer than silver.
But you did it. Now we just have to wait for nightfall.
What's the plan?
As soon as darkness falls, I'll send out some fellas to cause a commotion on the other side of the mine. Then we'll carry the barrel inside, and bang!
What do you mean by commotion?
We need to lure away the workers and guards. The fellas on the other side will start a fire, so that everyone wants to put it out.
I've got a feeling that carrying the barrel down into the mine will be my job, won't it?
Exactly. Chenyek said you've come across it before, so you know what kind of damage it can cause. But don't worry, we'll mark the exact spot for you. Well, I'll tell you about that later.
I'll come back in.
Henry.
Yeah, well, in the mine.
Not in the mine. I mean, down there.
In the coin mint?
For fuck's sake. I mean, in hell.
I'm here.
We're not at the right time.
I'll wait until...
Make yourself comfortable. It's time. While we were waiting, Hogg went to prepare that little surprise of ours. If I'm not mistaken, he did it. The others are stirring up a panic in the meantime. The miners have already gone to put out the fire with the guards, so we'll have the whole mine to ourselves.
Great. So what am I supposed to do?
You're in charge of the best part. You'll carry the barrel into the mine shaft, to where the main supports are. There should be a red rag hanging from one of the beams. That's exactly where the best spot is.
Christ, how the hell am I supposed to find that?
Head straight, then right at the wheelbarrow. You'll manage. Then you'll light the barrel and run for your life. The whole thing will collapse like a house of cards.
What'll happen if...
You'll see. You've just got...
All right.
Just don't dawdle. Everyone's in a panic for now because nobody knows what's actually on fire. But it won't last for long. I'll come with you to the adit and keep an eye out, just in case. With me! Move it! They won't be putting out the fire forever.
Where now? Down there. I hope I'm not lost.
There's the beam with the rag on it. That must be where I should put the barrel. Now to get out of here. Quick. I should get a move on. It'll blow any moment now. Dopradelle. I'm running out of time. Now to get out of here. Quick. I should get a move on. It'll blow any moment now. Dopradelle. I'm running out of time.
Now to get out of here. Quick. I should get a move on.
That was some bang. You got all your limbs?
My ears are ringing like hell. I'm alright otherwise, I think.
You were real fucking lucky to make it out in time. I'd say you cut it damn close. Good thing I was there and dragged you back to camp.
You owe me an ale. Each and every one of you.
You've got it. Just as soon as we get back to the hole. Now what's all this?
In the name of His Majesty King Wenceslas, you're all under arrest for crimes against the crown.
You say Wenceslas, but mean Sigismund, you dirty rat. Ain't it too late? It's all over.
We got held up by the fire. It's a miracle nobody lost their life. But as I can see, there were much worse things going on. Now hand over your weapons and surrender.
Are you fucking shitting me? Surrender? Never!
This is your last chance. Surrender or die.
We made one boom, and we can make another boom just as well.
And where's the powder?
Well,
Damn it, Henry.
Enough bullshit! Die!
Now you're gonna get it. Excuse me.
Surrender or die!
You really want to die here, you bastard?
Nice!
Get away with that, bastard! Let's see what you can do. Fuck you! Surrender. You must
No, I don't want to die. Shit! I can't handle this!
Go! Go! Quick! Go! God! God! Go! Quick! Quick! Come on! Whoa!
Well, this doesn't seem too bad.
It's filthy again. Damn it.
I heard you fought in the Battle of Kosovo. Is that true?
Why wouldn't it be?
I heard it was a horrible massacre, and there were no survivors.
Horseshit, lad. That's just horseshit. It was a massacre. Aye. A terrible slaughter. But the other side lost many men as well.
So how did it happen? Tell me. I don't think I can quite imagine such a massive battle. How many soldiers were there?
Countless, lad. I'd never seen so many take the field. At least 10,000 men on our side. And Sultan Murad must have had at least twice as many with him.
So how did the battle go?
Lord forgive me, but it went to shit.
Could you be more specific?
Specific? Well, I only know what people said after the battle. When you're in the midst of it, you don't see what's happening around you.
Which was?
Oh, it's hard to describe. Attacks are followed by retreats, and between that, only fatigue and dust.
So what happened?
When the battle began, the Serbian cavalry crushed the Turkish left flank. It looked good for us, but alas, that was just the beginning. Soon, we got ours too. We fought valiantly, but they pushed us back, and in the meantime, they hit our center. The Sultan's Janissaries attacked us there. Damn devils, and raised all hell. Rivers of blood soaked the ground.
How could you survive something like that?
You can't give up, and death isn't an option. But then a rumor spread that Prince Lazar had fallen, and everything began to crumble. But he was a tough old warrior of the Nemanjic royal blood. He wouldn't give up just like that. With an arrow in his eye, he climbed his horse and rode straight for the Sultan. Well, that's how he saved us. The battle then lasted until evening. But no one had the strength to force the enemy to retreat.
And where did you fight?
In the saddle. I'm a nobleman, after all. But I lost 3 horses under me. So in the end, I also fought on foot. Most of us mercenaries were on the left flank, under the command of Vlatko Vukovic. But he soon got wounded, and the men began to flee. I mean, if it wasn't for Nicholas Gabriel, we wouldn't be talking here today.
And who was that?
The commander of our company. A born warrior, and a good friend. In fact, Zhishka reminds me of him a bit sometimes. In any case, the fact that Gabriel had taken a command at that point meant our flank did not buckle, and the Ottoman rabble did not cut us to pieces as we fled.
So who won in the end?
The battle lasted all day, and in the end no one knew who had won, because both sides left the field. Only later did we find out. Prince Lazar had fallen there alongside all his Serbian nobility. Still later came the news that Lazar had been captured and executed by the Turks the day after the battle.
They executed a prince?
Aye. They beheaded him, because someone had slit the Sultan's throat like a piglet.
So you didn't win?
It's hard to say. We held our own against the odds and survived. Only without their prince, it was just a matter of time before Serbia fell into the new Ottoman Sultan's lap. Fortunately, I didn't stick around to see it. All the same, even as I'm telling it, it strikes me what an adventure it was. I suppose time heals all kinds of shit. In the end, you forget the bad things. And yet, I can only thank God that Nicholas Gabriel was there.
Your captain?
Aye, him. We actually became friends of sorts. He even taught me one of his sword tricks.
He did?
Aye, really. I could even show you sometime. A memory of the good man who saved my arse on that day.
Please show me...
Why not? Well, at any rate, you need to be quick and thorough. Because for once, you aren't... When you knock it aside, now come and...
Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you alive and all in one piece. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you in Kuttenberg. It's good she heard my pleas.
Thanks. But next time, ask her to help someone else. I know how to take care of myself. You wouldn't want to have a chicken protecting you, would you?
I don't want a dead man protecting me either. You're brave and a good warrior. But be careful you don't bite off more than you can chew.
Oh, aye. Someone will shoot me with a crossbow when I least expect it. You sound like my father. God rest his soul.
See? Great minds think alike.
I'll have to think about that.
As you should. But now tell me, what happened there?
I don't know if words are enough. Simply... it was just like Skalitz. Confusion, screaming, dying, and then the flames. The worst part came when the gate fell. It was as if the bloody gates of perdition opened for a moment, and hell surged into the world.
God protect us. God damn it. I should have gone there too. I could have been some use at least.
I'm always glad to fight by your side, but you wouldn't have changed anything there. There were too many of them. And when the whole street was thronged, there was no stopping it. All we could do was try to hold back Eric's people as long as possible, so the locals could flee to the synagogue. See, there's a hidden tunnel inside it, leading out of the city.
Fucking tunnels! Ugh. But thank Christ for them. What about Liechtenstein?
He's fine. And he managed to get those mysterious documents of his out. He left with the survivors for Colleen.
Praise God. He's from an old and glorious house. It'd be a dreadful pity if he got left behind. The main thing is you got out. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to thank you properly for coming to Malashov for me.
No need to thank...
I beg to disagree. First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
I'm honoured. Thank you, friend. Just a moment. This bow looks familiar. Isn't it the same one you gave me in Ratai?
Certainly not. This one's much better, believe me. When I found out that Yobs would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsh, and it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
That is certainly... just, I'd say.
I knew we'd see eye to eye. It'd be great to try that bow out right away. We could ride out together on the hunt. Wine, bacon, wine, the deep woods, a quiver full of arrows, wine, shoot some deer and celebrate with wine, like we used to do back home.
We only went hunting together once.
But it was memorable. Don't tell me you wouldn't like to do it again. But first duty, then some fun, eh? You'd better be going.
Welcome here.
Show me. I'd like to learn...
You got that one?
All right.
Good lad.
I need to improve...
Get them in. All right then.
I'd like to...
You got that?
All right. I want to...
All right.
I'd like to...
Why not? I'll show you. Come in if you. Good.
I'd like,
sir. Aye, if you do. And well, good day. Let it sit for a while and you'll get it.
God bless you.
What will it be?
I have a question.
Ask away.
Why is this...
What do you think?
Would you prefer...
Well...
Devil's Den?
Maybe so.
What do you...
I'd like to do some...
Well, I suppose... You were... Aye. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
About this merry... Have you had the chance to meet...
Samuel, it is strange that he joined your, I mean, our group. It is not usual for his, people.
I'd like to learn...
It will take some time. Acquire, especially now when I have been injustly stripped of my possessions. What would you like to...
As a knight...
Certainement. But not with a halberd or some other farm implement. Such things are good only for, les Anglais. I would only ever use a proper pole axe. 6 feet long, with a blade top with a spike, for piercing heavy arm. Only such a pole arm is worth... Allons-y, mon ami.
Henry!
I'd like to...
It will acquire a special... What would you...
Sir...
You will... Allons-y.
I'd like...
It will acquire especially... What would...
I want...
Eh bien, the Friday move... I will... Allons-y.
Henry.
Greetings, Sam. Where'd you learn?
It's the rift, but I... And the...
I bring bad news from Kuttenberg. Eric's soldiers and the town rabble have torched the Jewish quarter. Fortunately, we saved most of the people. But I doubt they can form an alliance with us now.
Fuck. Where are they now?
Samuel and the rabbi took those who survived to Colleen.
Shit. We have to find Dry Devil and Capon and decide what to do next. Come on, there's no time to waste. Right, gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Rabosh.
And they nearly fucking kill us all.
Yes, and they attacked the Jewish quarter.
Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot.
At least Henry here and Kubienka got most of the people out.
That's true. Good work, men. How did it all go down?
Well, to tell the truth, we were lucky as hell. We got there before it all started in earnest. That's why we managed to get those people out.
Lucky my arse. We gave those bastards a thrashing. They thought they'd loot and torch the whole place, but we scared them shitless.
It is nice that you found my people suffering so entertaining. But I must say, I am not
But what I want to know now is how you all intend to avenge them.
Well, what do you have in mind?
We shouldn't give up. That's the main thing.
Except that Sigismund has the League of Lords and a whole fucking army. And what do we have? Hmm? Fuck all! Come on, lads. Jobst will bring his army soon. It'd be fucking mad to try on anything big before that.
It might take weeks for them to arrive. Von Berghoff will have found and caught us by then. We have to get rid of Von Berghoff. It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all.
You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words.
Sir Hans here is right. It's starting to piss me off the way Von Berghoff's been stringing us along all this time.
That fucker is Sigismund's right hand. So we'll chop it off.
Why kill him? You know what ransom we can get for that bastard.
Are you all fucking daft? Von Berger is holed up in Malashov, so unless any of you can fly, we can't get to him.
Oh, that's true. To take a cost like that, we'd need a dozen men, ladders, and maybe also a trebuchet or cannon.
There's no maybe about it. We'd certainly need a cannon.
So we steal the one von Berghoff used at Nebakov.
Well, why don't we just steal all the silver from the Italian court and buy our own, eh? Use your head before you open your mouth.
Hang on. Maybe Janosch's idea isn't all that bad.
How do you mean?
I recently sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's military camp near Opatovitz. She told me Von Berghoff has his cannon stashed away there. But it seems things are getting a bit out of hand there. So the Prague regiment he's in charge of is going to move it to Sedlec. And it might not be that well guarded along the way.
So we'll steal it, right? We'll wait till they go through some ravine, and we'll shoot at them from the rocks. The way you did to us before Nebakov.
I see you've learned something from me. But it's not that simple. What we need is for one of us to get amongst the Pragas, so he can keep an eye open and tell us when they're moving out.
And if we succeed? What then? There's 5.5 of us. Even with a cannon, that's not enough to take Malashov.
There's not much we can achieve on our own.
But show me the fool who'd want to join us.
There's always a few mercenaries around, right?
And how are you going to pay them, eh? I sure as fuck haven't got the coin.
That's enough! Von Berghoff has to die. Painfully, and above all, as soon as possible. And if there are not enough of you, this might help.
Well, well. That's a sight for sore eyes. Why the fuck didn't you show us that earlier? We could have saved ourselves a lot of blathering.
Where did you get such a fortune? After what happened?
People in Kolin decided to help. They are looking after our refugees and want to send everyone a strong signal that we will not be silenced.
Aha! So that's why you were so eager to go there.
Well, we really appreciate it, son. Believe me.
And we won't mind if you got a couple of more purses like that.
If you will permit, monsieur, I might be able to contribute. I know a few mercenaires in this part. They may not be la cavalerie royale, but for such a purse, they will gladly tear Malashov down stone by stone.
Ah, a company of mercenaries, a surprise attack, and a cannon in reserve. We could do something with that, couldn't we?
No, not so fast. We don't have the cannon yet.
Then we'll fucking get it. We'll find a good spot for an ambush and send someone into the camp to spy on them. What about you, Henry? You'll get yourself recruited into the Prague regiment, and when they take the cannon to Sedlec, you'll send us a message via Catherine.
I was afraid you'd never ask. I can just see the look on Von Berghoff's face when we point his own cannon straight at it.
That's settled then. Henry will go to the camp. Catherine will tell you all you need to know. You'll find her in the bathhouse there. In the meantime, Ada here can go to Malashov and find out how von Burkhoff and his people are stationed there. But look, don't touch.
Za kogo ty mnie kurwa masz?
A lot of soldiers need a lot to eat. We'll have to stock up.
I'll go hunting. This tavern's a bit crammed for my liking as it is.
And what are we going to do?
We're going to prepare a warm welcome for the Pragas.
What do you say, Sir Hinek?
Well, what the fuck are you all sitting here for? Didn't you hear? The fun's about to start!
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Hey, Chuchorietki. Where you hiding? I give arm for nice piece of pork. Nice pie. Honey or plum? Which you like?
Excuse me.
What do you have?
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Go!
Ja!
Oh,
Had to flee to the woods from your savages.
My humble respect.
I see. We pay everything and punish very hard. Who was there?
How am I supposed to know their names? 5 of them there was. All in your uniforms.
Quiet now. I only asking.
Like them drunk will tell you
Ah, there you are.
Henry? What are you doing here?
Zizka sent me. Is there somewhere we can talk? In private, I mean.
Oh, by Christ. Oh, you've come up with another plan, haven't you? Come. I know a place where nobody will disturb us.
Where's that?
Stop asking questions and start undressing.
You want to talk here?
You said you wanted privacy, didn't you? If anyone sees us here, they'll think you're just another customer. And relax a bit. You're as stiff as if you were waiting to be branded.
All right. But you could have warned me.
Come now, Henry. Don't say you've never had your back scrubbed by a woman.
I have, yeah, but... It's just different with you. It feels a bit weird. After all we've been through together.
Oh, come now. You don't have to be bashful in front of me. Even about what I think I see in that tub.
Well, the water is pretty cold.
Of course it is. So, tell me quickly what you're doing here before you shrivel up entirely in the water. You say Zizka sent you?
That's right. It's about von Bergov's cannon and the Praggers who have it. I hear they're gonna move it to Sedlets.
Aye, they have it. What of it?
We want to steal it on the way.
Have you all gone mad? Do you know how dangerous that is?
I know. That's why Zizka sent me here. I'm supposed to infiltrate the Praggers and make sure everything goes smoothly.
Ah, so what do you need me for?
Information. When are the Praggers going to take the cannon to Sedlets?
That's what you're supposed to find out, isn't it? But it looks like they got held up for some reason. Sometimes I hear them complaining they should have been long gone by now.
Where is the cannon now?
In the upper part of the camp where all the local captains have their tents. They've put up a palisade around the entire hilltop. And the guard at the gate doesn't let just anyone in. And what's more, they say the whole camp's gunpowder store is there.
And you think it's in the storehouse there?
That's the only place it can be. I haven't seen it anywhere down here, but they won't let me into the upper part.
Do you know anything about the cannon?
Not much. I've heard they call it the Finger of God, and it costs a fortune, but that's all.
Who's in charge here?
That's a pretty complicated question. But in a nutshell, there are 3 main captains here. They run the whole camp. Sigismund is holed up in Sedlitz with his toadies and doesn't take much of an interest in what's going on here. The Cumans are under the command of a fellow called Chertan. Then there is Grozaf, who runs the camp. And then there are the Pragas, led by Dietrich Katz.
What is this Chertan like?
He's the commander of all the Cumans who marched into Bohemia. Sigismund officially gives the orders, of course, but it's Chertan they listen to. I've met him a couple of times. He's a tough fella, but his soldiers are loyal to him.
Who's this Grosov?
He's in charge of everything here. He's a nobleman, but don't expect him to act like one. They say he ran up debts and fell out with half the royal court. So Sigismund holed him away here instead of taking him to Sedlitz. Watch out for him. You know how it is. The worse off a man is, the pushier he gets.
This Katz. Who is he?
He's in charge of the Prague Artillery Regiment. You should know him, in fact. It was him and his men who attacked Nabakov that time.
That Horson who nearly killed us all.
Calm down. You'll get your revenge soon enough.
Do you have any idea how I could infiltrate the Praggers?
The best thing would be to join up. There are never enough men. But it won't be as easy as it might seem. They won't let you go up and see cats just like that. But down by the shooting range, you'll find a fella they call Crow. He's a corporal in the Praggers. You'll know him by his big black moustache. He's Katz's right-hand man. So I'd try my luck with him.
And once I've joined them, what next?
Find out when they're supposed to go to Sedlitz. And above all, why they're still here. And once you've got it sorted out with them and you're gonna all ride out with the cannon, I'll go straight to the Devil's Den and we'll get to work.
Well, it all sounds pretty dangerous. If I say the wrong thing or someone recognizes me, the game will be up. I could do with a kiss for luck.
If you don't mess up, you'll have 1,000 kisses. But work before play. Is there anything else you want to ask before we get started?
Do you know anything else about the Praggers that might come in handy?
Not really. They're artillerymen, as I said. And their pay is a lot better than the others, so they aren't too popular around here. That's all I know. They drink, play dice, and go to the baths just like all the others.
What's it like here?
Not really. But I wouldn't call it peaceful here. You know what it's like. Humans here, Pragas there. Couple of noblemen and a bunch of mercenaries who want to fill their purses. All hot-blooded and all hating each other. Apart from that, it's lovely.
Is there anything I should watch out for?
Your mouth, mostly. You know what you're like. If you give the game away, you're a dead man. Just try and act normal. They get up to a lot of drinking, riding, and archery here. Now and then they fight like cats and dogs, but the captains have things under control for the moment. Although
what?
There's a rumor going round the soldiers that there's a spy here. At first, I was worried they were talking about me. But it seems not. Be careful.
That's all I need to know.
Get out of the water, then. You've been in there for ages. Though I have to admit, you've scrubbed up nicely. Maybe I should wash you more often.
As long as it's always free of charge.
Actually, there is something you could do to repay me. But that can wait. Enlist for service first, soldier.
So, do you still have no regrets about how things turned out?
Why should I have? That bitch deserved what she got. And she even thought what she did was a righteous thing. Oh, it makes me want to cry. And kill her again.
Once was enough. The girls have been avenged, and that's the main thing, isn't it?
I suppose so, but I don't feel the satisfaction I expected. I feel a bit relieved that it wasn't because of me that Alice died. Although, in a way, it's almost worse. She died because of some mad woman.
I know, but look at it from the other side. You were the instrument of God's punishment. And nobody else is going to die because of that hag anymore.
True. But how am I alone the instrument of God's punishment? Without you, we wouldn't have found out anything. So once again, thank you very much, Henry.
You said you needed my help.
I do. Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. And once, I even heard something.
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice. Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like Czech.
What did it sound like? Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else. I reckon it was some Cuman.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get rid of him somehow.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Has anything else strange happened?
No. Except maybe I lost a shoe.
A shoe? Just one?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my shoes to anyone?
I could think of a few things.
Yuck.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
Well, there can't be that many humans here, can there?
With your big mouth? You might as well, unless you find someone with my shoe under their pillow. It'd be better. And what'll you do?
I could lure him out of the camp and slit his throat, couldn't I?
I could manage that myself. But it would only cause trouble. Is that give him a fright, beat him up?
All right.
Thank you. But now go.
I'd like to...
I can't...
Greetings to you.
My body...
And what are you...
Sorry. I'll have a look.
Thank you, and come again, sir.
always welcome here, noble sir.
So it's you. You're the human that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van? Nem értem.
What are you on about? You don't understand a word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Again?
Igen. Aha. A fürdős lány. Miért ne? Minek ütött bele az orrod? Igen, szeretem.
Look, ogling a girl, it's disgusting, but I get it. But why the hell did you steal her shoe? Das Boot. Steal. Warum?
Das Boot nekem, szuvenír. Szeretet.
Couldn't you have stolen her scarf, for Christ's sake? Why'd you do it anyway? You, woman, warum looken? That bad. Keine Liebe.
Én szerelmes. Ő hajadon. Nicht Mann. Én erős, ő szép. So schön.
I know she's schön, but she's spoken for. Taken, see? Me and her. Ich and sie. Love. Große Liebe.
Mi? Szerelem? Du? Szerelmes vagy bele. Ezt nem tudtam. Nicht wissen. Bocsánat, I sorry. Békén hagyom.
See how easily we came to an agreement? I found the Cuman who was stalking you. He's called Chakan, and I reckon you won't have any more trouble from him.
Ah, thank God. How did you convince him to stop?
I just told him a woman like you wouldn't waste her time with someone like him.
And he understood? Have you learnt Cuman? Or did you explain it with your fists? But the main thing is he won't cause any more trouble. We've got more important things to worry about. And thank you. I owe you one. Now go.
My respects.
Then I'll fucking pay you.
But, sir, that's why you said
A knight held captive here died recently. Peter Sukatleski. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, yes. He was in poor shape when they brought him in. But if they had let me treat him, I might have been able to save him.
Did they forbid you from treating the prisoner?
No, not directly anyway. But let us say they made it very clear to me that the wounded from the king's army were the priority. And there is no shortage of them.
But there hasn't been a battle for some time.
Exactly. They are bored. So they get drunk and knock each other's teeth out or strain their backs in the baths.
What was wrong with him?
I only saw him very briefly, but it was obvious he was in bad shape. He was pale. His eyes were bloodshot. He was acting like he had been hit very hard on the head.
So it really was illness that killed him then?
Well, partly. But mostly it was negligence and disrespect for human life.
Are you certain that knight could still be helped? Might treating him have been pointless?
Only Allah can cure the ill. I can lessen their pain, put them into a deep sleep or such. But who am I to decide whether or not the pain will return? Or if they will wake up from their sleep? I do have plenty of experience, though. And I think I can recognize who has a chance of surviving and who does not.
Thank you. I'm going now.
At your service, sir.
Greetings. What do you want?
Are you the one they call Crow?
I'm only Crow to good friends, or strangers who want to punch in the gob. Which group do you belong to?
Well, neither, I reckon. But I hope that'll change. I want to join your regiment.
You and a dozen other ne'er-do-wells. I've had fellas pestering me ever since Radovan let slip that we get double the pay. Go and ask Lord Borumlaka, I mean. He's been taking on all kinds of mercenaries. You'll fit in better with his rabble.
Oh, that'd be a waste of my talents.
Oh, really? How's that?
You really don't know anything about this. But Zarvish invited all his men. Like I said, we were away. Zarvish sent us to find some bastard who's been
I fought in the tournament put on by the Kuttenberg City Council.
We're a long way
Didn't you see me fight Zavish von Garbov recently?
I don't have time for that kind of thing. Defeating an experienced knight like Zavish is no mean feat.
Then how did it go? Did Zarvish sort him out like he did Yezhin? Mate, Zarvish...
I know about herbs. If you have a sore throat, or need...
That kind of thing always comes in handy, but we don't need another.
Oh, damn it, is that still not enough?
For you to stop hassling. You're a bit pushy for my liking.
I want to serve the king, is all. Sigismund should take things in hand here and impose order, since Wenzel...
Interesting. Most people...
Only I'm not most people, please.
All right. We lost a couple of men recently in any case. You know what? I'll go and see Katz, our commander. He'll know what to do with you.
Who the fuck are you?
My name's Henry, sir, and I want to enlist.
So you turn up and expect us to drop to our knees in awe? Crow, why did you let this fucker in?
I thought you might want to take a look at him. He may not know when to hold his tongue, but he said he knows about all kinds of healing herbs. That could come in handy.
Well, if that's true... But we'll have to try you out first, in any case. I have this issue here.
Ah, you're not going on about that stupid charter again, are you? How many more men will you send to find it?
As many as it takes. Don't tell me you're not fed up with being stuck here. So, this is your test, Henry. Either you come back as one of us, or you don't come back at all. What do you say?
Well, that depends. The harder the work, the higher the price.
Christ, he'll fit right in. He hasn't lifted a finger yet, and he already wants his pay.
If he helps us get out of here, he can have mine as well.
Listen up, then. Some of our men have gone missing. 7 of them. And with them a wagon with horses, to be precise. They had a very important cargo they were supposed to take to Sedlitz, but they never arrived there.
It seems they were last seen somewhere between Miskovitz and Rabstein. But that was ages ago. Christ knows where they might be now.
Hang on, why would they go past Miskovitz? That's not on the way to Sedlitz.
That's what I don't understand. But you can ask them if you find them.
What are you doing here?
Maybe they just deserted. It happens.
Not in our regiment. Our men are loyal.
I don't give a shit what happened to them. They could have been eaten by squirrels for all I care. I just want that painted chest they were carrying. There's a very important charter in it, and we need it back. Got that?
Wouldn't you rather leave? Something could go missing around here, and everyone would think it's you.
All right, I think I understand. Find the men and bring back the charter.
Wait, damn it! You don't know the most Mishek. One of those 7 came back.
And you're only telling me this now? So question him, and we'll know what's going on, won't we?
Go ahead and try it yourself, genius.
Mishek was brought back on a cart. Some peasant found the poor bloke unconscious on the road and brought him here. He's been in the infirmary since then. But you can stop by, maybe the Sawbones will be able to tell you something. His name is Musa.
And let me tell you, you ain't never seen a man like Musa before.
That's about it, then. Now on your way.
Don't worry, sir.
Hergott, lad. You're pretty sure.
A bit.
Isn't he? You know what? Go and see Puta, the captain of the mercenaries who serve here. Some extra... He'll go and requisition some supplies with him. And with a bit of luck, you'll get us something to eat without us having to torch another village. Now go. And don't get yourself killed, all right?
Commander Katz sent me. I'm supposed to find the soldiers who went missing. It seems one of them is in your infirmary.
Yes, Mishek. He's lying over there, and will remain lying for long. He was badly stabbed, and it will take weeks before he comes to his senses.
But I need to talk to him.
Then you shall have to wait. When he was brought here, he was mumbling about some wagon on a place called Lota. But then he passed out and did not awake again.
Isn't there anything we can do? I don't need him to be healed, just to wake up for a while. What if we brew something with mint? That wakes me up like nothing else.
That is not such a bad idea, Henry. One can make a decoction from Varelian and mint, which is called Cockrell Potion. It will not heal the poor wretch, but it might wake him up for a bit. But it must be very strong. Not like what is sold by the quacks around here.
Hold on. I have something like that here.
And is it a strong enough decoction?
We'll soon find out.
Very well, friend. I will try to trust you.
Right. We'll see if I brewed it properly.
What's happening? Where am I? Ow! That hurts!
Mishek? What's wrong? Christ! Can you hear me? Calm down and talk to me. Mishek, wake up! Oh, don't like this. Wake up, you hear? Oh, fuck!
What potion did you give him, you fool?
Thanks for your help. I didn't learn much, but...
That is... I would not like for that poor fellow to have died.